which part of Guwahati do you live in, Anurag?
I live in Beltula.
Oh, you are very near to me then. I just shifted to Guwahati 4 months back in December. But right now I'm in
Sir, live.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday session on environment and farm on the Anajori platform. As many of you know, Anajori is a collaborative platform that intends to bring the social enterprise, the private sector, the academicians, the not-for-profit societies onto one single platform for exchange of ideas, sharing skills, and to see that we grow up together. So far, we often see that we work in silos and the network, the connections, the dots are not connecting with each other. And the primary objective of Anajori is to connect the dots. So here is welcome on today's session on environment and farm. Today we have a very bright young professional who at a very young age has actually started working very passionately with the theme of environment. And his name is Anurag Srivastava. Welcome, Anurag, on the Anajori platform. And we are really thankful to you that you could spare time to join us and share your story. Let me tell you a little bit about Anurag. Anurag is the founder of Pampered, which is an initiative to encourage people to switch to sustainable and green lifestyle and make it a one-stop store for eco-friendly products which are sustainable, naturally sourced, and compostable. Anurag and his team are providing these eco-friendly products not only to help people reduce the carbon footprint, but also add positive benefits to our own personal health and to the environment and surroundings. The goal of his organization, which is Pampered, is to spread awareness about the eco-friendly alternatives for plastic products, to make those products available with ease so that you don't have to really run around at every place. Anurag, a very young professional, is currently pursuing his BSc and so much into environment. He has also worked already with various NGOs as interns and volunteered for environmental cause. Anurag also has been facilitating as climate counselor by International Center for Culture and Education, where he has worked in spreading awareness about climate change. Pampered, which is Anurag's organization, is based in Guwahati, and I am your host today, probably of all the sessions on environment, Dr. Sanjay K. Gupta. I work on water sanitation and waste management and is a member of the Anajori team. So Anurag, to begin with, please let me elaborate how you can tell us your stories. Give us a little bit of introductions beside what I have already said. Use an anecdote if you feel that's something that really inspired you. Tell us what really motivates you to be in this field. What are your messages for the audience, and what we can learn from you? How do we connect? How can we help you? How can you help us? So, Anurag, welcome to the platform, and the floor is now yours. Please go ahead. Thank you so much, Anurag, for being with us.
Thank you, sir, for introducing me. Hello, my name is Anurag Srivastava. I have been working. I have a small enterprise with the name Pampered, which is working on eco-friendly products. So I have started this last year, and this my goal is to make a passion of environment and eco-friendly products for everyone, at one-stop solution for it. And how I get into this is I've been always passionate about creating a positive change in the society. Also, I have worked in many other sectors for many years, and seeing people joining together for a change. I think Now, being in the nature, always loving the nature has made me to start this pamper.
In case you want to share something as a PPT or pictures, just let us know.
I haven't prepared any
Yes, if you-
PPT. I haven't prepared any PPT, sir.
Okay, no, go ahead. Now, in case you have something to share, just let us know. And go in Hindi, Assamese, English, no problem.
And my journey towards creating a more responsible business began when I understood the problem of waste by joining an organization which everyone knows, which is the Midway Journey, and everyone knows about it. So after joining it, I understand the problem of waste, means how people are creating so much of waste and without concerning about the problems or impacts it's creating. So after joining this, I found that many people are looking for alternatives, but there were very little knowledge or products available in our city. So I began to look for the alternatives, and I found there are many alternatives for the plastic products. And gradually, I started with few products like the stationery products, which are made from recycled or waste materials, and which everyone loves now. Many people are using it now. And along with it, we are also working on bamboo products like the bamboo straw or bamboo toothbrush. Mm. Like, Midway Journey, as many people don't know about it, Midway Journey is a social group of people who are concerned about the waste, and they are the Midway Journey is working on waste management and teaching people about the segregation and how they can recycle their dry waste. Sir, do you have any questions?
Okay, if you want that format, yes. So what prompted you to take it? You said that many people want alternatives, but that are not the alternatives that is easily available. So what are the alternatives that you have, and how do you market it? How do people get to know what alternatives you are providing? And
So
also tell us a little more about Midway Journey so that we can understand it much better.
okay, so the alternatives are for the stationery products, the pencil or pen which are made using the plastic or non-sustainable materials. So we have pencils which are made from waste papers, which are recycled, and then we have transformed it into pencils. And similarly, we have also a pen which are made from waste papers, which are discarded as a waste. So we collected it and we have transformed it into a useful product. And my products are available on Amazon and Flipkart also. And people also buy it from our social media pages. And we are also working on our own website now. So after a few months, it will get ready.
So tell us a little more about like how do you source the material? Who are the people preparing all these alternative materials? Is there a particular group that benefits from your products? So from sourcing to marketing, if you can just let us know about the value chain, will be enlightened.
Okay, so we haven't started manufacturing directly. We're outsourcing, we are giving the materials, and we are outsourcing from some other groups, and they're working on it. So we are also planning to manufacture our own products in our city. That's
You told us about the toothbrushes and the pencils and also bamboo products. So how do you do it yourself? Do you have a team, or how do you source all these materials?
where we source the basic materials like I can. I source the basic materials. So give me 1 minute.
Yeah, sure.
So I get the basic material pencils, and we transform some add on it. And for the toothbrushes, we are sourcing from locally. As manufacturing is a long process, so we haven't stepped on it. And we are working for that.
So how did you get started on this? Like sourcing bamboo, probably, and the brush and the other components of the brush, other components of the pencil or the pen that you are making. So it does require certain amount of tools that you can turn into a product. So how did it all started with you? Where did you find all of this?
And then it's everything is available, but they're very less knowledge about it. So people are trying to make it now, getting into the green sector. So I researched a lot about from where I can source it. There are machines available for the manufacturing of the products. So there are various different sectors from where I outsource the product materials and get them made with the local peoples here.
Anurag, could you please elaborate, speak a little bit more, go a little bit more detail? Where do you look through? How do you find it? Is the manufacturer from Assam? How do you go about it? How, so that people other who would like to do also, they get motivated, you know? Or do you have some sample to share?
Okay. Mm.
Are you there, Anurag?
Hello. Am I
Hello.
audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible.
There's a metric is like. So I have been looking for materials when at the beginning when I started to find the alternatives. I was thinking to manufacture. So, but manufacturing is a long process, so I haven't got into the manufacturing part yet. I'm outsourcing the basic products like we are making these are the pencils which we are outsourcing from some other company, and with the help of local people here we are transforming it into some extra, giving it the extra look. And with a concept, also with a concept at the back of the pencil we have given some seeds. So after using we can plant these pencils which will grow into a plant. So we are working on this and this pencils. and these pencils are manufactured somewhere else. So outsourcing this pencil, and we are creating here with the help of Google Tables. Similarly, we have this pen, which are made from paper. This all are paper, and this the portion which are added by the back. These are done here. We are doing here.
Some parts are actually outsourced, some are
Outsources because it
in-house.
required machineries.
Right.
So yeah, so we are outsourcing that, and the toothbrushes and the straws are from local from Assam only. So we are getting from it. So we have this straws which are made from bamboo. So we are getting it from local from Assam. So we will move to the Tempered is trying to move to the manufacturing portion also.
What is the size of your clientele now? Like how many customers you have been able to reach since you started? And what do you think that will it keep growing, or will you need some kind of marketing strategy to make it more say market sustainable? How does the market uptake takes place?
As we don't have the website yet, so people are finding a bit difficult to contact directly. But our products are also listed on Amazon and Flipkart, and we are getting a good response from there. People are buying our products, and after buying, they are contacting me for means how they can purchase further. So people are getting through Amazon, Flipkart, or through our social media pages. They are getting.
Okay, so Amazon is one platform to sell your things.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, will you call it that it's moving towards a sustainable plan, or what is your plan? Milin is asking, has a question that what is your next plans in the next 3 or 5 years? Where do you want to see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
In the coming time, Tempered is planning to grow it by moving to the manufacturing portion, creating more green jobs for people, and creating more other sustainable products, eco-friendly products. So in the coming years, we are also I am also working in on the paper waste. So these are the notepads which are made from recycled papers. So the cover are made by myself, which are which are manufactured using the waste papers and the Tetra packet. I am researching now on the packets like the Tetra packets. Do you know the yeah? So I am making papers from it. So these are the papers which I make from Tetra pack. So in the coming time, we will move to the these sectors, making paper using reducing the waste of paper waste. So I have planned.
So are in any way, are you being supported with some kind of funding? For example, when you're working with Tetra Packs, basically you're trying to reduce Tetra Pak waste, which is non-recyclable in Northeast. So is there a funding source, or are you managing everything on your own through your own investment and your own funds?
No, I haven't got any fund. I'm looking for it, and initially I am using my own whatever I'm getting to make it. So we are looking. There are many options for from where we can get the fund. So I am working and talking to the people for it.
Rajashri has a question. She's asking, do tell us about the hard paper straws, those are available. Can they be made out of waste papers?
No, the straws can be made from waste papers as they are not hygienic to use. So they can be made from the waste papers. They can only be made from the new which are used. And
It's called
instead of
food
hard,
grade paper.
yeah, and instead of paper straw, people can use other straw which are now many people know about it, are made from leaves. There
Yeah.
are certain leaves which are made. So instead, hard paper straw and the leaf straws are almost similar. I use.
You showed us one of the straws made out of bamboo. Are these reusables or one time?
No, they are usables. They can be used for 40, 50 times, which lasts for a long 1 year.
So,
You can.
so how do you use it? You wash it or sterilize it? What do you do
No,
after
you have to
somebody?
wash after using. We have to wash the straw with a cleaner and store it dry.
Will
So
it be
after,
acceptable to a customer when a particular straw has been, when you are so used to disposables, suppose to be very hygienic, will the customer accept a reusable straw? Somebody who has already used it, drank something from that, and then it goes back to another customer.
people are instead of the bamboo straw, people are preferring the steel straw. So many people use their own straws. They take it, they carry their own straw wherever they go. So people are preferring the straws which are usables.
If anybody has a question, please ask Anurag directly.
Yeah, Anurag, hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so as we have seen after Midway Journeys turnover and all the journeys and all the sensitization programs, we have seen that many people are now like whenever they go to any food joints, like before the COVID lockdown, we have seen especially the juice joints, they carry their own mug. They ask they ask the juice to be poured into the mug, and they don't want the plastic cups to be given out. So as this has become a permanent solution, so we can we can stop using or reduce the use of plastics over there. Is there any permanent solution regarding the use of straws? Because as the straws will be of a minimum size, how convenient will it be to be a permanent solution, like what we can carry with us and we can reuse it over and over again, and which will replace the plastic straws?
Oh. So what do you wanna ask? Is there any?
Like since we have seen that after after Midway Journey's initiative of banning plastic and carrying our own utensils as far as possible,
Mm.
so the use of straws is still prominent, we have seen. So the concept of bamboo straw that you have come up, how how far you think it is permanent enough to make an impact in the society, and so that people can really realize that yeah, this is going to change and we should really opt for this option.
Yes. The people can use instead of the bamboo straw, people are carrying their own steel straws actually, which are more reusable and convenient to carry. So it can, when more people start trying to use, it will
Okay.
automatically create a change in this as
Okay. So I got the answer. Thank you, Anurag.
Anybody else has a question? Milin? So one of the questions that I asked you, Anurag, is that what is your clientele side? How many customers you have been able to reach so far? If you can just give us an rough idea. I'm not looking to exact number of customers and the kind of materials that has been demand to understand that in which direction your initiative is going on.
About the customer reach, I can say I have put a stall of pampered at various exhibitions or functions. So from there, I have got many customers, and so who are now aware of the products are available. We can get, and many of them are now constant. We who after every 2-3 months they used to purchase like the bamboo toothbrush, which are required. So there is a permanent customer, I can say, who are using the eco-friendly alternatives.
So can you give us a rough idea, like how much you sell, how many people, say in a month, approach you for certain products? What are the products that is most in demand?
More than 50 people now these days. More than 50 people are on regular demand here, and the most demand products are the bamboo products, like the toothbrush, and also the stationery products. When before the lockdown or before this, there was high demand for the stationery products.
So what you produce or whatever you are able to make it, are you able to sell all of those? I understand that Corona has impacted every business, but from what you have produced so far, what you have been able to manufacture or make it, craft it, are they all have been sold, or do you think that there is a scope for further manufacturing or further productions to meet the market demand?
I am manufacturing now, not on large scale. I am manufacturing on small scales. So it's with the demand. Every month I used to say to make around 200 toothbrushes, which got sold every month. So
which other products are most in demand besides the toothbrush and the straw products that you mentioned?
the notepads, the handmade papers, notepads. These notepads are because people love the concept of this handmade papers which have seeds inside. So
how expensive it is from the normal notepad? So if I want to purchase, say, for my own personal use, what should motivate me to purchase your product, knowing that it's an eco-friendly, but is there enough market masala into it to drive me to buy it, to make me crazy? Oh, why should I buy a normal notepad? Why not buy your notepad?
we are trying to cut the cost as we are seeing a demand. So currently it's a bit expensive from the other notepads, because it's handmade and it requires lots of time, and so we are working on reducing the cost, seeing the demand of. So in the coming time, it will come similar to the normal notepad.
So you have, do you Babli writes that you also produce calendar. What are your future plans?
Future plans is to make make these products more to create knowledge about this product to more people. My plan is to let them know more people about it, let more people use it, so that the number of plastic products which are using and which are not recycled, it will come to a less number to a certain level. That's my plan.
Who else has a question? Please write down your question or you can also ask Anurag directly. And Kashmira, if there are questions on the Facebook, please send it over to the chat box so that I can direct it towards Anurag. But Anurag, do tell me, you mentioned about your products. What are your future plans? What other things that you have realized in your short journey that these are the products which could be more marketable, which will reduce the plastic consumption, particularly one-time plastic consumption? Like how big you want to grow? What are your focuses on?
My focus is to create more awareness basically through providing more solutions about how people can be more sustainable in their normal life, be it in their corporates or the events. We can provide the solutions. There are many people who are experts, whom I know, who can work with me to make a sustainable future. So um, the, sir, you
Sorry,
will.
I did not unmute myself. I was saying that, so what are the mediums and tools you want to use to create that awareness? Because the awareness that will be created will also lead to a market capture. So you'll be able to generate better market uptake for your product. So what are your thoughts? What are your vision? How do you want to generate that awareness among the masses so that people move away from one-time disposable plastics and take up something that you are producing, which are more eco-friendly?
So for creating awareness, I have started previously. I started writing blogs on how people can really work on the great now means the solutions for being eco-friendly. How so? One was that medium in which I was working, and other that involving with other organizations who are working on similar cause, getting collaborate with them, involving with more peoples of the same mindset. I can it will help me in creating more awareness.
Do you know about Brahmaputra Fables, which is an online platform to promote goods which are not just eco-friendly, but also particularly which are concentrated in the region of the Northeast? Do you know about that? Have you, because they can help you, they can be of great help to you in terms of making your product accessible to more people. There is a question by Kashmira that where can we buy these products? So I'm asking these two questions together, where we can buy, and do you know about Brahmaputra Fables?
I have heard about Brahmaputra Fables, but I haven't looked for it.
And where can
And
we buy your products?
people can
If
buy
you
my
have some-
products. I have a page on Instagram or Facebook with the name of Pamper. People can message me on there for the details of the product.
Do you have a catalog where we can check all your products and their availability?
On my
Do you have a catalog
social media
of all your
pages,
products?
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying on my social media pages, I have listed all my products. People can check out there.
So my other question still remains unanswered. how do you want to grow as an organization? What are your visions for your products? Where do you want to take it in the next 3 to 5 years? What if you can elaborate a little bit on this, we'll be able to probably see that what Anajuri as a platform can help you out.
So, as I was saying, the coming year, I want to create awareness on how energy. So,
We can't hear you, Anurag. You are muted. Anurag, we can't hear you.
hello.
Yeah, you are back.
Yeah. So, in the coming year, I want to develop it with more innovation. So, more products which are natural, eco-friendly. So, with ideas of getting ideas from different peoples. Means so I can work on different products from getting
Give
ideas
us some
from
examples what those products are. If you can give us
those
some examples, then we'll be able to understand it better.
those products can be like I am working on recycling the paper, so they can be the products can be made from papers like the like I'm paper recycle. After recycling the paper, I can manufacture the new papers instead of making new papers. These are the products and reusable. There are many products eco-friendly.
So, anybody else has any further questions for Anurag? Please do ask him. We have Saswat, Rajashri, Manjita. Anybody, any clarification, any more questions, or probably any comments or suggestions? Please, all of you are welcome to make a viewpoint. So audience doesn't seem to have any questions. So Anurag, as you know that Anajuri is a collaborative platform, and we are also trying to help organizations which are Northeast based and in a specific Assam based to grow them as social enterprises or environmental entrepreneurs. How can Anajuri be of help to you in case you want to develop Pamper into a full-fledged social entrepreneurs where much higher outreach, where you can employ people, where you can create more jobs, and where you can probably help in people increase their income? Do tell us as detailed as possible so that we can think of or taking up you as an entrepreneur and giving mentorship.
Um, since we are still in local level, so we can help to so Anajuri can help me in knowing people about Pampers, so we can expand more.
Sorry, what else? That's in terms of outreach. So I'll connect you with Brahmaputra Fables with Dhruva Jyoti, who is a fantastic, super fantastic guy, always willing to give a helping hand. So I'll connect you with the Brahmaputra Fables, where on their platform also you can produce, you can publish your catalog and sell through that platform. So they have a very good outreach. What else can we do with help you with?
Um, that will that for me the main thing now is to get more people know about this, about the pampered. And so after knowing, after more people will know about it, we can think how we can grow more. Since
Okay. Do you have a business plan of your venture so that if anyone can find some kind of investment in your company, or what how does the future plan look like?
the future plan, as I said earlier, we are planning to move on the manufacturing sector. So there are many scope in that, and if we manufacture locally, we can get more people. We can get more people who can get into the green sector for the employment.
Okay. What is the two key messages you would like to give us or to our audiences? Why are you doing this and why we should buy from you? If you can give us 2-3 key messages.
As for 2-3 key messages for the audience would be people should think before using any products which they are using, from where it is sourced, and what will be the impact of that product. So they can choose the products from us which are eco-friendly, uh, which are sourced naturally. Also, I like to say to people to carry their own cutleries or bag, whichever is possible, and also to segregate their waste, which will help in reducing the, which will help in a certain level to reduce the plastic.
Have you considered connecting with the educational institutions, the schools and the college and university? Because this is where the new generation is going, and this is where the awareness is needed. This is where probably the market lies.
Okay. I've got many calls from different schools, but since I started last year and after that there was lockdown, and again this year when it was regaining its pace, people there was few schools who want me to come there and let students know about my initiative, but again it came to a pause. So yeah, so after everything gets normal, we will move to the educational part.
Uh, if there are no further questions, then probably I would like to give the closing remark. So anyone from the audience who is interested to ask some questions? Anybody else? So Anurag, we don't seem to have many more questions. Thank you so much, Anurag, for being with us, sparing time to tell us about your organization, about yourselves, about the products that you are interested with. And we would certainly like to keep connecting with you. As I told that Brahmaputra Fables in the Northeast is one of such big platforms where you can connect, and we'll be happy to connect with you. But beyond that, if you think you come up with a plan, we'd certainly like to have a look at that and help you with both in terms of mentorship and also as you decide for the outreach. So thank you so much for being with us. This is your host, Dr. Sanjay K. Gupta, saying a good evening to all of you. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Anurag.
Thank you, sir, for